Steve Goldberg and Nathan Barnett here at Tulsa's One Oak Field this afternoon. It's another edition of Riders on Deck. Well, let's talk about last night's ball game first. For the RoughRiders, another loss to Tulsa. That's been a theme so far this year, but definitely some positives to take away from that 7-3 loss.
No doubt, some silver linings for sure. The RoughRiders snapped the scoreless run, 23 innings without a run. Got some late life in that game, and really Scott Carroll pitched pretty well. You know, the line doesn't indicate that. He gave 7 runs. But 4 of them came in his last inning. Before that, he was pitching well. He had retired, I think, 14 of 15. So Carroll pitched pretty well. The bullpen did their job late. And, the RoughRiders bats, hit with some runners in scoring position yesterday. And Darren Mastroianni had a nice day as well.
Yeah, you talk about Darren and sliding into that leadoff spot for the RoughRiders. 2 nights ago, he had a bit of a shaky start, going 0 for 5, but he really broke out in yesterday's game.
He did. 2 hits, a double. He went second to third on a fly ball to center field. Kind of your prototypical leadoff kind of move. The RoughRiders, haven't really had all year, to be honest. I mean, they've had different guys fill in that spot and do a pretty good job. Kiner Falefa early in the year. Lewis Brinson is a guy I think the Rangers would love to be a leadoff guy and can do some things as a leadoff batter. But, with his power, I think maybe fits a little bit better, at least at this level, into a 3 or 4 or 5 spot in the lineup, even 2. So, they've got a guy right now that plays center field, that runs well, that takes extra bases, that goes first to third, which he did last night in a play. That the RoughRiders here can look a little more typical in that leadoff spot down the stretch.
That's the offense. Now let's talk about the pitching here today. Connor Sadzik will take the mound for the RoughRiders. Overall, as far as the season is concerned, he's been the RoughRiders' most consistent starter. But as of late, he's had some struggles. What does he need to do to get out of his funk here today?
Well, the biggest thing is command. His fastball command hasn't been great. His curveball, I think, is probably going through a rut right now. I think he's really, really struggling with that curveball. That was a really consistent pitch for him. And when he had that career-high outing in strikeouts at San Antonio, the curveball was a tremendous weapon for him. And right now, he just isn't throwing it that consistently. Sometimes he's spinning it high. Oftentimes it's in the dirt. He's throwing a lot of wild pitches with it. So fastball command and just a consistency of the release point with the curveball, I think, will be big for him today. This Tulsa lineup has been pretty aggressive. So you want to throw first pitch strikes against them, but you got to be careful as well. So it'll be an interesting dynamic here to watch him work today against a lineup that has really been hitting the first pitch fastballs pretty well against the RoughRiders so far.
Frisco and Tulsa meet up once again here today. It's a 1:05 first pitch from One Oak Field. You can catch the Riders on RidersBaseball.com along with the TuneIn Radio app. For Nathan Barnett, I'm Steve Goldberg. This has been Riders on Deck.